All right, now we're live. I got her all straightened up to the best of my abilities. And sorry, the lighting's gonna suck for a second. There it is. Yeah, there we go. How's everybody doing? Hey, Mr. Patterson, if you don't care, go ahead and share this. And I'm going to wait on a second here to get a few people in. I'll be right back in just a second. No crazy shit to the live stream happen. Just getting ready. Opening cigarettes and this, that, and the other. All right. Austin Johnson in the house. Let's see. Michael Patterson in the house. Guys, if you don't care, go ahead and share this. I'm going to send out a few invites here while we're waiting on people to get in. All right, we got 3 people. Dan Edwards in the house. Brian Wall in the truck. Well, the truck's sitting over here, but I'm in the car. It was raining there a little bit ago, and so I decided instead of standing outside on the porch, I'd do a live stream from the car. We got 4 people in here now. Everybody hit that chat box up down there. Say hi to everybody. Introduce yourself if you ain't a regular person. No, not in the limo. This is the one that don't smell like skunk ass. How about that? I need to figure out a way to hold this damn phone up in here. I got a flashlight sitting on the dash, actually 2 of them, to get this lighting quality for y'all. I need to send some more invites. Sent. If y'all don't care, go ahead and go share this broadcast. That way we can get people up in here. I just don't want to do it for nothing. I'll do it for all my loyal people and followers and Dan Edwards, of course. I'd do it if I had 1 person. Shit, it don't matter to me. Let's see. Alright, I've sent out a few invites. Got 5 people up in the room. It ain't showing me who all's in here. But anyway, this is a Trapper Chat and Q&A, so... And Dan, whenever you decide if you do want to come live or if you don't want to come live, just let me know and I'll beam you up in. But it's a Trapper Q&A, so guys, fire away. Fire away with your trapping questions. What's up, Austin in the house? Jesse in the house. Mark is in the house. Man, I can't pronounce your last name. Is it Villiario? Something like that? Villiario? Close enough? Is that close? There's filthy fucker Jimmy Rucker up in the house. Well, we got 6 viewers. Dan, you want me to bring you live, buddy? Let's see if we can bring old Dan in here. What's up, Fred Amos, Jimmy Rucker? There's old Dan the man.
Damn, dude, your video's on point today.
Oh yeah,
dude. As soon as it said beam, it was like boom, it was there.
Yeah, I only got $200 worth of flashlights in here for lighting.
You might as well put another 150 into your freaking phone service.
Yeah, fuck that. I only pay $60 a month for my phone service.
Fuck you. That's why you get all grainy.
It's Straight Talk, unlimited everything.
Hey. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Michael Patterson, dude. What are we doing with Michael Patterson? Do we congratulate him on do we congratulate him on 2 coons and a coyote, or do we wait for him to bring it up?
I don't know. He's in here, or he was in here.
Because I mean,
Facebook.
Two coons and a coyote is 2 coons and a coyote is something to celebrate, especially this late in the season. Is his season still open?
I don't know if it is or not.
I don't know. I don't know if we should even be bringing it up, honestly. But if it is, if his seasons are open, and if he's got these 3 critters, man, I mean, obviously I'd like him to bring it up to us and, and be like, hey,
right.
We're down to celebrate. It's a hell of a catch, dude, especially for a first timer.
Yep. I don't know. Him and Larry's supposed to go together and do that YouTube channel. That's what he told me. Drinking some Coolers banquet beer. Kenny Barker in the house.
I'm about 3 sheets in, brother. I'm good.
Late.
Yeah, this Jesse Herman King is I just subbed him. So welcome Jesse to the trapper chat.
Welcome Jesse. Are you a seasoned trapper, or are you a newbie, or what's the deal there? Austin in the house.
So Justin's congratulating on the 2 coons and a coyote for the
yeah.
God, I don't even know what he's called anymore. He flips so many pages. Good Lord.
Mark said yotes are open year round here. They are here in Ohio too. You can trap them year round. But, kind of one season, Alabama. All right. You ought to have some good predator trapping down there, some good beaver trapping too.
I don't want to call out on this season or last season, depending upon when those are trapped, because I don't know what his state laws are. You know what I mean?
Right. They might have been from 3 or 4 years ago, and he just posted them. I don't know. Yeah, me and Kenny Barker was talking there, and he's the reason I was late doing the live stream, so y'all can thank him for that. But anyway, guys, like I said, it's a Trapper Q&A. If we can't answer it, I'll point you in the right direction to get it answered for you.
Have we ever had Kenny Barker beam in?
No, I don't think so. I don't know if he will or not. Trisha's in the house, his wife.
From what I've seen, Kenny Barker's a pretty seasoned trapper. I mean, he's got his fair share of catch. Yeah. He might be interesting to chat with, dude.
Yeah. He said, Dan, those turkeys were looking good today, Dan.
Yeah, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that?
He's growling at me because I put him on blast for making me late for my live stream, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm always in bed when you go live. Well, if it was Furry Beaver Friday, we wouldn't care, but
I know if it was Furry Beaver Friday, I'd say, hey, your boyfriend can wait, but we can't say that on here.
His wife's on here, so we can't say he's gay, so it is what it is.
We gotta stay Disney rated. We have to.
Right. Mark, I don't think those turkeys were in a park. I think those were in his in-laws' yard or some shit.
They were in the in-laws sanctuary.
Right, that's slingshot only material. Slingshot and a rope. You got to snare him or whack him with a marble.
Slingshot me right out of this relationship. That's what it's going to be if I go and take one of them out.
Last Step Trapping said, I'm done, guys. Those were a few years ago. I'm through with Facebook and all social media. Bye, guys. What?
What did he say?
Michael Patterson's on his Last Step Trapping page. He said, I'm done, guys. Those were a few years ago, and I'm through with Facebook and all social media. Bye, guys.
I don't know. I didn't know if they were newer or not, dude. That's why I was
I
questioning.
didn't know either. Kenny Barker said, I'll go live with you guys one night, but we have to plan it. Okay.
I mean, I'm not by any means questioning the catch. I'm not questioning the catch. I know that boy's got his hands
No,
on
me
some
neither.
DPs and shit. So I just wanted to
Right.
congratulate him on a good catch if it was a good catch, and if it was a couple years ago, that's even better,
Same
man.
here.
Hey,
It's not every day you get a coyote just to stumble into a trap. That takes some doing. It's like, how many coyotes have you caught this year, Dad?
I got one.
And how much setting did you do for coyotes?
Honestly, not many. I had 3 different spots set up. Again, coyote and fox are not my target. You know, realistically, I put them out there,
Right.
but I don't claim to be a coyote or a fox trapper by any means. I will be next year. I'm gonna do a lot of
That's my
practice, a lot of
forte.
research.
That's my forte is canine trapping. I do coons to fill the dry spots between the coyote sets. You know, so I'm a coon trapper and I'm a canine trapper. That's what it is.
I think that
You
you
know,
know,
if you
in a few minutes when I get off of here, maybe try him on. You know, I do want, you know, Michael Patterson's a good dude, and I've been working side by side with him to really get him a lot of knowledge and really build him up in this game. You know, he's been doing well, and on his fly
right.
fishing, the guy's extraordinary on his fly fishing. So, you know, hopefully we can, you know, bring this boy's spirits up a little bit. I know he's been trashed all the way around on social media. You know, all the
Oh, I
PETA
know.
people have been coming down on his ass. You know, and the boy like that
But
is just working his ass off. He don't deserve the shit that he's been getting by any means. So,
right, he's getting shit on
you
from
know,
every angle.
when I jump off
Let's
here,
see.
in about 5 minutes, so I don't get the family all pissed off. I would try
Right.
beaming him in, you know, or maybe hit him on a private message and be like, hey, beam in, you know,
Yeah.
because I don't want to lose that boy. I mean, I don't want to be a dick. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm not calling him out on it. I want to congratulate him on some good catch, even if it
Right.
is 3 years ago. I honestly didn't know that he had video of that shit.
That's what I was calling him out, pat him on the back. You know what I mean? Say, hey man, good job. But Jeff said, "What's up, guys?" Austin said, "Man, I love canine trapping." And Trisha said, "Damn, he's not happy." I guess you're talking about Mr. Patterson, but yeah,
Dude, all of
I was
us,
trying to get him in here to say thanks.
all of us have been
You know,
across
he
the
did a good
board getting
job.
blasted, dude. I'm on 3 month lockout from fucking YouTube Live. You know, I've been blasted.
Yeah,
I've got over 9 warnings on YouTube for copyrighted music right now. I've got at least double that on the Facebook. I mean, I've been blasted all the way around too. So,
yep,
you know, Brian and myself, we understand what's going on with the social media, and it's a
yep.
leftist bullshit
Oh,
freaking snowflake fucking community that keeps on slamming us. And it's not just us; it's all
yeah,
the way across. It includes, you know, the two of us. It also includes anybody in the fishing community, trapping, hunting, or anything outdoors. I mean, we're all getting slammed here. We all understand it, you know. But I honestly, I wanted to plug his new page because his new page is looking like it's on the up and up.
yeah.
So,
That's what I said. But
when
anyway, if you're still in here,
when
tonight,
I jump off, hit him on the private message and see if he wants to beam in, at least to plug his new channel. You know, I want to see the boy succeed.
sent him an
Anyways,
invite again. He apparently wasn't in here, so I sent him an invite. But yeah, I didn't do that to trash talk his channel at all. Not a bit. That was fucking purely to congratulate him, and I think everybody realizes that. I'm not here to put down people because they only caught 2 coyotes and a coon. You know, if that's what you did, great. That's that's more people trapping. That's more people into the sport. That's what
I've
I
been
want to see.
trapping. Dude, I've been trapping. You know, I've been a dedicated trapper for like the last 7 years now. And
Right.
I've gotten one, two, maybe three coyote to my name in 7 years, just because that's not
Right.
my target, you know.
Right.
So,
Like you, when I started out, I was coon trapping machine, coyote sets wherever I could put one, and it was like two, three, four coyotes a year, and then I I just something just hit. I caught a couple in a side by side set, and something just hit, and it was like canine trapper, got to do it, and it's a blast, and it's a hard target animal. Fox and coyotes together are a hard target animal.
I've got zero fox. I got no red fox, and I managed to pick up. I picked up one gray on the line. That's I picked up one gray last season, and that's it.
Right. Kenny Barker said, "Plug my page. It's California Predator Hunters. I don't trap, but I do a lot of predator calling out here. Heck yeah, that's a lot of fun. I do that a lot too. If I don't have a line out or the weather's too crappy, I'll call, and it's a lot of fun."
All right, brother. I don't mean to jump out early, but I got to be quiet here because both the in-laws got to wake up here. Very early in the morning, so I got to keep it down. So it's probably in my best interest to go inside. YouTube channel, Mad Nasty Trapping. Make sure you go on there. I got some new videos posted up on there. And yeah, I'll be back to my usual self tomorrow. I got fleshing and boarding in the next, God, I got 19 days to hammer out as many as I freaking can. So I'll be
Right.
back to my good old self. On my cheery side, I'll be swinging off the gambrel racks and raising hell. So the same old
Right.
me is coming back tomorrow evening. You guys stay tuned, and I should be back on my channel tomorrow evening, and we'll go from there. Hey, Brian, I appreciate you subbing me in, man. It's been an absolute pleasure, and rock this episode for the next hour, dude. I think we can keep some viewers up
All
in
right.
here, and beam in whoever the hell can come in, and I'll be sitting on the side here watching, brother.
All right. Be
Hope,
good, man.
hope,
We'll
hope
see
you
you.
had a good Easter, my friend. I'll catch you on the flip side.
Oh, I did. Yep. We'll see you. All right, guys. It's trapper chat, whatever you want to do. Let's talk. I'm gonna try and get Michael Patterson up in here if he's in here, so he can plug his new channel. Somebody send him a message and tell him to get up in here so he can plug his channel, his new channel, his Last Step Trapping. And everybody said for me to Kenny said for me to plug his page. It's California Predator Hunters on YouTube. Go over and check him out. He's doing some predator calling from what it sounds like. And I do a lot of it myself. If the weather's too crappy, traps are snowed over, or I can't get a line in or whatever, that's what I'm doing, calling them. Get the old Johnny Stewart tape player out and the red light and go to work. Chris Carroll in the house. Not much, man. We just trapper chatting it. Oh, it's just Facebook for now, Kenny. Okay, it's not YouTube. It's yeah. Go over and check him out on Facebook. California Predator Hunters on Facebook. I'm gonna have to go check that out, Kenny, because I do my fair share of shooting them in the face. Do it in the daytime with a rifle, night do it with shotgun. It's hard here in Ohio to get open shots with a rifle after dark. You can't. Yeah, I just don't have that good a quality of lights as a lot of guys are using. A lot of guys are using them wicked lights and stuff. Yeah, I'm using Olight flashlights. Yeah, I'm good to 100, 150 yards, and that's why I mainly stick to shotguns. Austin said I'll jump back in a minute. All right, we'll catch you later, Austin. I'm trying to get Michael Patterson up in here so he can plug his stuff. I sent the invite. Is he in here? Michael Patterson? Last Step Trapping? I've done quite a bit of calling. I love my Fox Pro. See, I've pondered on buying a Fox Pro, but I don't have anybody around me that has one to be able to get behind one and try it and see how they're set up. And I'd love to. I'd love to get behind one, check it out, see how you get it set up, see how they work, see what the sound quality is. But man, I'm still stuck on the Johnny Stewart with a big bullhorn and tapes. I've got probably $1,000 worth of tapes if you buy them all new, and I've bought them a lot of times at yard sales. You can get them for a couple dollars. Kenny said, I'm going to start filming my hunts. Just give it time. I hunt Nevada, Arizona, and California. Heck yeah, man. Wicked's well worth the money. Man, I spend decent money on flashlights anyway, O-lights and night core and stuff like that, to have good quality lights when I'm hunting, period, and trapping. Because when you're trapping, a lot of times you're out there till after dark, and you got to have good quality lights that last. Like this light right here, I know showing you guys the light ain't gonna do nothing, but it's an O-light. It's a H2R Nova, run on 18650s, 2000 lumen on high, and you can light a cigarette if you hold it about 3 centimeters in front of the lens. And you got to have good quality lights if you're going to be out there after dark working. Predator tactical lights are good, and if something happens, they fix it. That's good, because I'm hard on lights. No, Jeff, I don't do any taxidermy. I tan some of my own hides, and I'm not going to put it out there that I tan hides for other people, just because I don't want the hassle of it mostly. I mean, it's not the hassle of it. I don't want the workload of it, because when trapping season rolls around, I want to be able to trap and not have to be stuck in the fur shed tanning a bunch of hides for everybody else and not tanning my own. I've noticed when you jump off a beam, you have a 60-second delay. Yeah, that's about right, Dan. EOTech is the way to go in my book. EOTech makes lights? I thought they just made optics. I know they make the red dots and stuff like that, Kenny. I didn't know they made lights. I'm a lumophobe, is what you want to call it. Flashlights. I don't care if they're 99 cents or $100. I like flashlights. Like that one right there is one of them O lights, and I got it about half turned to me, and it's on low. No, I don't do any taxidermy, Jeff. I do my own tanning and stuff like that. Dennis, my dad is under a lot of stress right now and got those coons a few years ago with his brother and keeping his brother's name to keep it antis away from calling and texting. I understand, Dennis. I wasn't trying to put him on Front Street or anything, and I just wanted to congratulate him on catching them coons. And it's, if you catch one coyote, it's you're doing something, because it's hard to catch them. Once you get the knack for it, then you've got it. But no, I wasn't trying to put him on blast or anything. I was going to get him on here so he could plug his channel. That's what I was going to do, since he switched from the fly fishing over to the trapping, so he could plug his channel and get his name out there. Jeff said he mounts deer on the side. Yeah, I've never been into taxidermy. I mean, I've soft tanned a lot of hides for people, and I've soft tanned hides for taxidermy too, but that's not something that I want to get into. And Dan says I'm out my woman, just saying stuff her on a regular. Oops, damn, gotta stay Disney till Friday. Leave it up to you, Dan. But, if you guys want to talk night hunting, coon hunting, trapping, fishing, I do about all that. Deer hunting, it don't have to strictly be a trapper's chat. We can talk hunting in general. I don't care. You start throwing them up there, I'll start talking. Nasty, nasty. That's why they call you Mad Nasty Trapping. Chris said he trapped shovel heads. Man, you trapping them shovel-headed women down there in Portsmouth? Is that what you're doing? Because, I mean, it ain't hard to catch shovelhead. Stick your hand in a hole and you come out with something slimy on there. You come out with a turtle or a big-ass fish. Tonight isn't a good night for him. Go on live. We had some bad stuff come up. Okay, Dennis. I understand, man. I hope everything works out. Whatever bad stuff, happened, came up. I hope it all works out for you, man. Tell him to get a hold of me if he needs something. Hit me up on Facebook. I added his new account there and stuff. Do you trap cats in Ohio? No, Brian, I don't. We don't have a trapping season on cats just yet. They got in a proposal that they're going to let us trap some, maybe. Don't know yet. They're still working out the seasons and stuff, so I don't know if it'll actually be this year or next year that we'll get to trap cats. But it's going to be so many county sector, and they're going to allow like 15, 20, or 30 cats to be trapped in my sector. I think it's 20. So I don't know if it's going to be you buy a tag and it's first come, first serve, or it's going to be a lottery, or I don't know how they're going to do it just yet. They've just now started releasing info about it. Stockport. Check out our page, Hunting Beast Farm. We teach people how to hunt big bucks and shoot them out of their bed. That's a lot of fun. I've done that before, Jeff. I love getting up on the ridge tops and walking them, peeking over the edge and catching deer in their bed. It's a lot of fun. Kenny says he shark fishes in the summer. I'll go live for you guys when it goes down. Heck yes, I'd love to go shark fishing. Yes, I do a lot of catfishing here in Ohio, and that's sharks to us. Pay lakes, rivers, whatever. And, I've caught some dandy big shovel heads and blue cats. My biggest blue cat right now so far is 93 pounds. And that was 6 years ago, and I haven't even got close to that in the last few years. Probably 45, 50 pounds is close I've got to it in the last few years. Even though I'm out of town, Dan says, even though I'm out of town, I got a call from a private land access this morning. He says he's got a big possum prop. Huh? He says access this morning he has a big possum and a DP. Possum and a DP. That should be easy. So I got another catch. Yeah, sure do. Chris said he got 100 around here, cats. Otherwise, he would come on. All right, Dennis. I hope everything gets better. We all get hit with the snowflake anti-people. Kenny said, come out to California. I'll take you. It's California, man. I don't like California, but to go shark fishing, I might. Devil hair sound on the Fox Pro for bobcats and red fox. Like I said, I've never been behind the Fox Pro to actually see how they work and see what's up. Chris said he fished in Stockport, Ohio, Morgan County. Heck yeah. Dan said, I'm setting traps tomorrow. Setting all the traps off tomorrow. Season's done. Yeah, it sucks. Jeff said, gotta run. Love the realness of your content. Nice work. Thanks, Jeff. I shoot from the hip, bub. We trap, we hunt, we fish, we do whatever. So, get back in here. Send me a friend request on here and go sub to my YouTube channel. It's Byer Boys Outdoors on YouTube. BYERBOYS Outdoors YouTube. My page is in the reworks right now. I've only got like 3 of my videos up there, but I've got some other playlists of reloading, and I'm going to start a playlist of a couple other channels that I like. That way, until mine gets going, at least you can check out their stuff. Yeah, Dennis, have him message me. That way he can explain what's going on, if he can or if he wants to. It is what it is. We like us some Michael Patterson and sharp hookers. Dan said we love Michael Patterson. Good dude. He is a good dude. He's a cool dude. I just hate it that he's getting pounded with the social media snowflakes and PETA and all that stuff. I've had PETA message me before, and that's not fun. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's not. When they start putting your catch pictures and shit out to fucking thousands and thousands of people, it's not fun anymore. It they they do their very best to give trapping the worst name possible, and a lot of times they're the ones causing most of the problems. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've seen pictures that were set up. I mean, you could tell they were set up. I seen one that a dog had a DP on its foot. Why is a dog going to have a DP on its foot? And it was a big German Shepherd. So how's he going to get his foot in the DP, let alone why? So, I mean, I can't say it looked superimposed, but it didn't look right. If it was actually on his foot, somebody put it there. So I'm not saying they make stuff up, but it kind of looks that way. Oh, let's see. Don't forget, guys. Brian Heyman says 90% of them are. I kind of think they are too, but, you know, I'm not in the position to say, yes, that one is, no, that one's not. But, man, some of them look too out of perspective to be real. I mean, how would a German Shepherd get his foot in a DP when the hole's only an inch and a quarter, inch and a half across, and his foot's 2 inches wide? You know, he's not going to jam his paw down in there to get out one piece of dog food. He's going to knock it over, and whatever spills out, spills out. But I don't know. It's what it is, man. They work harder than yeah, probably did. I think they work harder making up a bunch of bull crap than we do actually trapping. I've heard a lot of stories about PETA going to dog pounds and this, that, and the other, and picking up critters to make their videos and stuff with. I don't know how true that is, you know, and I don't want to really say a whole bunch about it, but I've heard a lot of stories like that. Chris said, text me. I'll know when it's you. You'll tell me where we met. Yeah. All right, Chris, be good, man. Yeah, I know where it's at. Exactly, Dennis. That was my point exactly. Why would a dog stuff its foot down a DP when all it's got to do is knock it over? That's what I was like. Why? You know what I mean? I mean, I can understand a cat trying to stick its paw down in there. Yeah, I can understand that more, but not a big ass dog like that. If its foot was actually in that trap, it was stuffed in there. It was a big German Shepherd. Dan said, I've come to realize trappers are for the most part genuinely nice, good, caring people. Yeah, me too, Dan. I've come to realize that. Most trappers, if they say they're a trapper, most of the time they're genuinely good American red-blooded people, hard-working people, for the most part. Dan said, I think trappers are a better group, the friendly side, than hunting or fishing. Very, very friendly people. Yeah, and, you know, I've been on the trap line, pack basket on my back, coon tails sticking out of it, fox tails, rifle in my hand, and a woman and 5 kids stop and be like, Sweetie, what are you doing? I'm trapping critters. And, you know, she was all like, really? Can I talk to you about that? Blah, blah, blah. And ended up getting land access from him. I seen one where, Brian, you said except for the snake, I seen one that they had like a big ass bear trap. It was like a Duke 15 in. What's up, Stephen Cooper in the house? It was like a Duke 15 in, and they had a big ass boa constrictor in it or something. It was huge. It looked like it was 20 foot long, and the trap looked like it was 2 inches wide on its body. But from the look of the trap, it was one of those big double long spring bear traps. It's got like a 15-inch jaw spread. Stephen Cooper, what's up, man? New trapper questions. Trapper chat is what we got going on here today. And yep, I'm filming in the car, as Dan called it, the limo. We got some snow on the, it's hard to see, some snow on the window there, snowing in Ohio. Easter and April Fools and snow all on the same day. But anybody got any trapping questions? Night hunting, coon hunting, you know. And I don't also just trap land. I don't trap water like most people think, like beavers and otters and stuff like that. I run a lot of catfish traps. Nothing showing? Yeah, there's something showing. I run catfish traps, turtle traps, you know, a whole 9 yards, bank lines, jug lines, trot lines. I do a lot of stuff. Steven said nothing's showing. Buddy, we getting a little bit of snow, not much. Won't amount to nothing. Ground's too warm for it to stick. Black screen buffer, and that's on your end, Bubby. I got 4 bars of LTE up in this piece. Wish I could set this phone down. Turtle's real good eating, Kenny. I love me some turtle soup. Fried turtle, frog legs. Man, don't get me started about frog hunting. I love frog hunting. Done that ever since I was a wee lad. Frog hunting. Love me some frog legs. Who don't? I mean, honestly, who doesn't like frog legs? Trying to figure out a place to set this, guys, so just bear with me for a second. If you're any kind of country folk at all, you've at least tried frog legs at least once. I mean, some people don't like them, but I sure, damn, I love me some frog legs. Nah, shit, ain't gonna work. Trying to prop this mother trucker up on a flashlight here. Don't look like it's gonna happen. Frog hunting's amazing. I love catching me some big ass bullfrogs. If I hold it there, it'll be all right. Kenny, I don't know where you guys are from. I don't remember you saying. Are you guys allowed to shoot them, like 22 rifle or something like that, or you got to use a gig? Because here in Ohio, it's gig only. We'll take a John boat. Dennis said frog legs are good. Frog legs taste like chicken to me, but they're good. Yeah, Dennis, they do to me too. The way I explain it to people, they'll say, well, you know, what's frog legs taste like? I'll say chicken watered down. That's my explanation for them. It's watered down chicken. Because it's got the chicken taste, but not quite as good. I mean, not quite as pronounced chicken as chicken. Favorite meals, gray squirrels out here? Oh, yeah. Love me some gray squirrels, man. Whew. California's gigging only. Yep. William Perko in the house. Dan Edwards said, hello, Gary Adams. Can we beam you in? Gary Adams. I never seen that name. No, never seen the name Gary Adams. Morning, William. Howdy. Getting along okay over your direction? Yeah, we gig a lot of 4 or 5 of us getting a job. Get one guy running the motor and a couple, 3 guys off on the cooler duty, and we'll hit all mine ponds and use a short boat. That way I can stick it in the back of the truck, unload it fairly. Put a 30-quart cooler in the center or so, and to my knowledge, I think they're going to put a limit on frogs this year in Ohio. I'm not sure. They kind of hauled around about it last year a little bit, but I don't know what they're going to do. Our ODNR's so wishy-washy anymore. It's hard to tell. Gary Adams is one of my regulars. Guy's a real good dude and really entertaining to talk to. Well, tell him to hit the beam in button and I'll send it to him. There we go. I got her propped up now. But, yeah, we'll get 4 or 5 guys in a boat and gig frogs. Dennis said, I'm going to go get some rest for school in the morning. Yes, sir. Go get you some rest. Got to do good in school, for sure. I am pro school. Education. Get all the education you can get, boy. Get out of here. Go to bed. Yeah, Dan, tell him to hit the meme in button there, because it's not showing him on my end at all. Jimmy Rucker in the house throwing up the blue balls there. I guess I'm wearing the infamous Byer Boys shirt. Don't tread on me. Go to any flea market and get you one. Don Pugh is watching. How you doing, Don? Did everybody have a good Easter? That's what I want to know. Throw it up there in the comments. Easter good for all you guys? I had a pretty good Easter. Didn't eat the traditional Easter dinner either. We ate spaghetti and garlic bread and whatnot. But anyway, Trapper Chat, guys. What hunting? Gary Adams is a gun fanatic and has got good critter stories. Hit him with a beam. He's not tech smart. It's not showing him in here, Dan. Yeah, it's not showing him. Let's see. Austin William Perko. Yeah, it's not showing him in here. Kayla Canner's watching. Yeah, it's not showing him in my list of people that are watching. So, you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, happy Easters, all that stuff. Ryan said his was great. Good job. Good deal, man. Everybody get fat and sassy. Austin's back. Do we have any morel hunters? Yeah. Any morel hunters in here? Yes, sure do. It's getting along toward that season. Hearing a few turkeys gobbling. Our turkey season opens up the 28th of this month, if I'm not mistaken. And turkey hunting and mushroom hunting kind of go all hand in hand. Austin said, hell yeah. William said, I believe so. Just woke up for the first time. You think you had a good Easter? You just woke up? Kayla said she didn't need to get fat and sassy today. It was already there. Me too, but still ate. Austin said found a half a dozen 2 days ago. You find a half a dozen mushrooms? Morels? What kind of weather you got wherever you're at? Because right now we're getting snow here in southeastern Ohio. Never, what Kenny Barker said, never had me a morel mushroom. Son, you don't know what you're missing. That's like the best crack that grows in the woods. People out here go crazy for mushrooms. I've seen them sell high as $50, $60 a pound. Austin said he's already found 6. Where are you at, Austin? What state are you in? Yep, that makes sense, Kayla. That it's time here. People really starting to find them. What state are you in, Austin? I don't remember if I asked you already, buddy. Because usually we're long about toward turkey season, and that's about a month away. He's in southeastern Oklahoma. Yeah? Yeah, it'll be warmer out that direction. We're still getting down in the nights here, 30s and 40s. It's got to get warmer than that. Steven said morel mushrooms on venison steaks with onions. No, that ain't how we do it here. We bread them in flour and salt and pepper and fry them. And then your venison back straps, you take them, pound them out with a meat hammer, flour and salt and pepper, and fry them. They're amazing. Turkey opens up this weekend. Ours opens up 28th, I do believe. Steven said, legal sport kit spread all over my 10.5 acres. No, 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 Stephen, fry 'em. Yes, Austin. See, I'm not the only one. Fry 'em. A little bit of, hell, you could even do cracker meal and salt and pepper, cornmeal, anything like that. But man, they're good fried. I believe I'd shoot a feller right in the wiener for a plate of fried mushrooms. Dan said mushrooms on pizza only. Besides that, no, man. You have never had good fried morels, evidently, because I'd chop your toes off for a plate of morels about now. But all the morels, the yellers or blacks, and the grays, we all fry them. Fry them all. My grandpa used to call them wood sponges. And exactly, Brian, he don't know what he's missing. And we used to go pick mushrooms and hen of the woods and hickory jacks and all that stuff. We was always doing that. Chicken of the woods, hen of the woods. I think he did call it Jimmy Rucker. I sent it to a bunch of people, man. I knew what it was. You ever had any bearded toothy? No, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Austin asked if I'd ever had any bearded toothy. Nope, can't say that I have. Don't know what that is, buddy. We may call, what I call chicken of the woods, you might call something else, so I don't know. Don't know what it is. Jimmy Rucker on the point. Stephen Cooper said there's 4 packs of goats around my house property right now yelping. Get the traps, man. Call them, shoot them in the face. They're awesome, a lot like morels, just a lot bigger. No, can't say I've ever had them. You guys puffball mushrooms that grow in the woods, great big white ones, like basketball size. I found a bunch of them when I was a kid, and I didn't know you could eat them. I was probably 15, 16 years old, and brought them back to Dad. We was in the woods digging bloodroot and yellow root and stuff, and brought them back to Dad, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can eat them." He cut a big slab off one about yay thick and about that big around, breaded it up, fried it. Man, that was some good stuff. Now every year we're puffball mushroom hunting. Dan said grill venison slow on the grill. Dan said grill venison slow on the grill. Jack Daniel's smoking chips, seasoned, medium rare, yum yum. What? Michigan style. The big white fuzzy balls like shrooms they grow on dead trees. The puffballs I was talking about, Austin, they grow out of the ground, buddy. These are smooth on the outside. They're white, real pearly white. When you cut into them, they're real pearly white. If you find one that's yellow inside, then it's too far gone. But he'd fry up a slab of mushroom that was like big as rounds of skillet, like 2 inches thick. A lot of places Dan can trap yotes year round, so he might be able to. No, Dan said they're closed. Lion's mane's what Brian's calling them. I've never seen no lion's mane. I've heard of it, but the puffballs I'm talking about, they're slick, real pearly white. When you cut into them, if they're fresh, they'll be real white inside. They look like a sponge inside, got little holes and pores all through them. But you just peel the outside off of them, flour and salt and pepper, and throw them in a skillet. But a big slab like this big around, big as my head, and 2 inches thick, shrinks up to a little tiny thing. Yeah, Steven said he ate some mushrooms out of a field once. Was it happening to be growing around some cow turds? And did you take a funny ride afterwards? Just like lion manes, they're just there. I found a patch of hen of the woods last year growing on the side of a tree with my buddy Raymond. He's the other half to Byer Boys Outdoors. We found a patch of hen in the woods last year. I couldn't have fit in a bed of a Ford Ranger. There was probably 300 pounds of them there. Puffballs. I've ate puffballs before. They're pretty good. We found a bunch of them. We do it every year now. After I found them was when I was a kid. We do it every year. They grow in the winter. Puffballs we found was midsummer. Off a farm, I was climbing trees, feeling lichens. Was on the top of the world. I'd say you was feeling on top of the world. You probably thought you could fly, but you'd hit the ground real hard. I guarantee it. That's what I'm saying. For people from different parts of the country, call stuff different names. Like I call them big white ones puffballs, and you go 5 counties away, they call them something else, and they call the little black ones that you touch and they poof out black spores. They call them puffballs. So it's hard to tell. I don't remember the actual scientific name for them. I was 1 pound off a state record for a bearded tooth. Huh. I didn't know there were state records for weight on mushrooms. I probably had a state record worth of hen of the woods that year. I made 5 trips with a little 4-wheeler wagon. Filled them up. First trip I had a backpack and just my normal mushroom hunting pouches, and I filled all them up in my backpack too. Went out, made sure that's what it was. Dad started cutting them up, and I took 4-wheeler and wagon, went back and got them. Made 5 trips with a wagon. It was like a 5 or 6 foot cubic foot wagon. It was a little 4-wheeler lawnmower wagon. Austin said his was 23 pounds, freaking huge. Yeah, 23 pounds. I don't care what kind of mushroom it is. That's a big one. Yeah, it's about mushroom hunting time here. We get this cold over with and get rid of this snow. Get the nights up where they're 50, 60 degrees. We'll be all right. Mushrooms start growing like crazy. I've heard of lion's mane before, Brian. That may be what they call it. Brian asked Austin if that's what they called lion's mane, was that fuzzy mushroom. I think that's what they call it, because I've heard of people finding that around here. It's white, kind of furry looking thing. Pretty much the same, Brian. Just the lion's mane have longer hairs and deeper pores than the bearded tooth. Yeah, that's what I figured it was. Just some people call stuff different state to state, county to county. They call, like, a neighbor over here, he moved down from Dayton, Ohio, and he calls what I call black mushrooms, black morels, he calls them dog peckers. And never called them dog peckers. They're just black morels, gray morels, yellow ones, and then find some that's real fresh gray ones. People call those white. William Perkins said, "Been on that good old ride for shrooms. Never messed with them, man. Seen people have them, and seen people picking them. Just never messed with them. I was always more into when I was a kid, I'd get off the bus, summertime, fall, whenever. It was either fishing or hunting, trapping. Ronnie Fisher said, chicken in the woods. Yeah, I found a bunch of that last year. A bunch of chicken in the woods. And then there's lobster mushrooms. A lot of people call them black morels, dog peckers, I reckon. Just right here around me, everybody calls them blacks or black morels or whatever. And I've heard people call them false morels too. Yep, same here, Dan. But remember, guys, go over to YouTube. Check out Byer Boys Outdoors, BYER BOYS outdoors. And hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Go over and check out Mad Nasty Trapping on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell if you haven't already done so. And Michael Patterson started up his trapping channel. It's called Last Step Trapping, I'm pretty sure. Go over and hit the subscribe button and notification bell there. He's a cool dude, just having some issues right now with social media. The snowflakes are hating on him, I guess. Has anybody heard of like the poisonous morels or anything like that? Had a guy tell me a few years back that there was some mushrooms in the woods that looked like, I'm guessing the gray morels is what he was describing them as. The outside of them looks pretty much the same, just a little different, like vein structure to them. You know how they got the little funny holes in them and stuff, a little different. And they don't go as deep. The grooves in them don't go quite as deep. And he said those were false morels. And he said if you ate those, they could kill you, or make you sick, or send you on a trip, or something like that. Anybody heard of those? Ronnie Fisher said starting to pop up here. Tiny gray ones. I wish it was popping up here, man. We're getting snow right now. Austin said, yep, found a five-gallon bucket full one time. Said they look like a brain. Yeah, that's kind of what he said. I've never seen any like that. Now, I've mushroom hunted my whole life, and I've never seen any like that. Austin said, yep, brought them back to the house and realized that they were false before I cooked them. That's good thing you did realize that, but I've never seen them here before. And, you know, our mushrooms, you know, our morels, period, all get fried, cut, soaked, and fried. So, and I've never been sick from them. Never even had stomachache from them. So I can't say that I've seen them. That works, Michael. Ryan says you'll know when you find one. I can't say I've ever found one to say, hey, yep, that's what they look like. I had a guy tell me about it, but he moved here from, I think it was Indiana, somewhere in that vicinity. May have even been Michigan, I don't know. But he moved here, and he said they used to find a bunch of them wherever it was he used to live. William Perko said, I'm excited to dig ramps a couple more weeks. Yes, man, they're already coming up here in Ohio, from what I've been told. I haven't been out to check for them yet, but I've been told that they're starting to come up. I do a lot of digging too, ramps. Dig ginseng in the season when it comes in, bloodroot, cohosh, yellow root, and all that stuff. Ronnie, they're starting to come up here, from what I've been told. Like I said, I ain't been in the woods to check them out yet, but they should be starting to come up. What's a ramp? It's kind of like a wild. When you pull them up or dig them up, they got a little bulb on them, kind of like a wild onion. But they've got, to me, they taste like garlic and onion together. A lot of people dig them and sell them to these fancy restaurants, and they use them to cook with, and they call them wild ramps. That's what they are. To me, they're a real strong garlic and onion kind of mixed together. They got leafy green tops on them. Just leaves that come up. They kind of look like plantain leaves that grow in your yard. Plantain, only they're skinnier, longer, and they grow in big patches in the woods. You'll walk through the woods and you'll see a big patch of green leaves growing up out of the forest floor. 9 times out of 10, that's a patch of ramps. Yeah. Green onions, Ronnie. Now, here in Ohio, I don't know if you got them out there or not. We got wild onions that grow wild in your yard. And then we got ramps. And then there's wild garlic. So, but to me, green onions was always the new onions that come up in the garden. When those wee little tiny things about that big around, you chop the roots off of them, chop about the first 6 or 8 inches of green off of them, put a little vinegar and salt on them, and eat them dudes. That's what I call green onions. Austin said, I know what you're talking about. You need to come down here. They're freaking everywhere, Brian. William, let's load up and go digging some ramps, buddy. I got my digger already sharpened and fresh coat of paint on it. Actually, my digging belt's ready. Yeah, that's... Ronnie Fisher said he's in southern Ohio. I'm in southeastern Ohio, Jackson County. It's where I'm at. William said ramps are a mix of onion and garlic and taste to me. Yeah, same to me, man. Pretty strong onion and garlic taste, but if you'd take a piece of onion, a bite of onion and a bite of garlic together, that's about what they taste like. Austin Johnson's everywhere. But usually if you find a big patch of ramps, you'll see holes in the middle of them where people's dug them out and stuff. A lot of people don't dig them to sell. They dig them for, personal use to use in their food. But from what I understand there, William Perko, he sells them, looks like. And I dig them and sell them. Ronnie Fisher's in Wellston. Hell, I'm just down the road from you, buddy. Byer Boys Outdoors. That name should ring a bell for you there. Byer Boys Outdoors on YouTube. That's my YouTube channel name. That ought to tell you something. Byer Boys. Brian said dig ramps before the green comes on, then fry them, scrambled eggs. Yeah, that's good. I've done it that way too, making omelet, cheese omelet with ramps and stuff in it. William said yes, they are about 3 inches tall as of mid-afternoon. Yep, won't be long, and they'll be up plenty enough where you can take a rucksack out and fill them up. $6.50 a pound. Michael Patterson. Dan said Michael Patterson, chat and fill us in. Dan Edwards is back. Ronnie Fisher said, yeah, I used to live in Byer. I grew up down there from about the time I was, I want to say 8 or 9 years old. And I lived down there with my dad in the summertime when school was out and stuff. And then during school and stuff, I lived back up here on the ridge with my mom. So I grew up down there from the time I was 8 or 9 to probably 20. I still go down there. Dad still lives down there. Still go down there and hang out. The other half of my YouTube channel, he lives down there. Raymond. There's some good people down there. Yeah, it's a small world, Ronnie. Sure is. Michael Patterson, fill us in, buddy. What's going on? Anything I can do to help you? He's probably typing a big long one there, Dan. Anybody want to come on live? Anybody want to be beamed in so we can talk, chat, and whatnot? If you do, say yeah down there in the comments, and I'll see what I can do about getting you beamed up in here. I have no idea how to do it. Well, I can beam you in, Austin. The question is, do you want to or not, buddy? Okay, here's Michael Patterson. What's up with him? Says those coons and yotes I got a few years back when I went out with my brother. Now the name is all new and only on Facebook and YouTube. I've joined up with our local Trappers Association, and my brother's got me pumped up again to get back out in the woods. and running traps with him. Yes, I'm still an amateur at it, but with everyone's help, I know I can go into this from the bottom to the top. Now PETA has been on me so bad, but to the point they can kiss my ass and watch me go to the top. Good deal, man. That's the whole thing about it. You just got to be willing to tell PETA to piss off. Do your thing. Do what you like to do. Do what makes you happy. If you need help along the way trapping, you need some advice or whatever, some guidance, don't be afraid to hit me up. You know how to get a hold of me. I'll shoot you my phone number. Same thing I told Larry Compton. You need some advice, some guidance along the way. Coyote giving you fits, can't get him in a trap, call me. I'll help you best I can. Friend of mine found 5 morels 2 days ago. Was it around here, Ronnie Fisher? Let's go. I just dig a few to eat, except last year transplanted a few to my backyard. Heck yeah, man. We'll dig some ramps for sure. Last Step Trapping wants to be on. Yes, sir. Approve. Last Step Trapping is being added. I'm going to jack with my camera set up. Flashlight holding it up here. Come on. Get up in here. It says you're adding there, Michael Patterson. I'm going to have to hold this phone again, guys. Give me just a second. There we go. It says adding Michael Patterson. I got good service and everything tonight, so beam Dan in pretty quick. Yeah, me too, Kenny. It says it's adding Michael Patterson. Jimmy Rucker in the house. Jimmy Rucker dropping the blue balls over there. Them Smurfy balls. Michael Patterson. No answer from live video guest. Michael Patterson. Try it again.
What's going on?
You will tell me if something comes up, right? Of course, Mr. Carroll.
What's up, Brian?
Keep looking, Miss Jones. We got
Can you
something.
see me?
I used the burn phone serial number to track down a supplier. It's a retailer in North Hollywood, to be exact. Cash payments. There's no surprise there.
Can see you. I can hear.
Use your own phone to place calls. You'd buy 2.
Okay. Yeah, kind of glitching on my end, but no, I was going to jump on. That was a few years back. I went out with my brother. And,
Hello?
he ran traps and stuff. And
Dropped out, guys. Bad service. We'll see if we can't add him back here. Huh, that was weird. I'm going to see if I can get Michael Patterson in here. That way he can explain what's going on. So, I'll be right back. Yeah, I know, Brian. We lost him. I'll be right back. I'm going to start a new live stream and tag him in it. That way he gets it, too. That way we can get him up in here and see what's going on with him. I'll be right back, guys.